Hey guys, in this video, we're talking about 3 areas of the physical detailing process that I absolutely hate and that I think a lot of you probably hate as well. But we're also going to be talking about solutions to these problems that I think will help you just really practically in your auto detailing business. So you guys are looking at an interior that was absolutely infested with dog hair. Now I know what you guys are thinking. Luke, pet hair is so easy for me. I mean, come on, what are you talking about? I can fix this problem in like less than 5 minutes. But for those of you who are not that person and you don't really know how to address something like this, I want to talk about some really practical ways to go about this. Now, the first thing that you're going to notice with pet hair is the fact that it doesn't all come in the same shape, form, color, size, all of that sort of stuff. In fact, the number one variable that's probably going to affect your pet hair situation when you're dealing with upholstery is the type of carpet and type of upholstery that the pet hair is on. Really, the main distinction that I'm making here is the difference between the impossible carpeting that is flooded and infested with pet hair, and then the more traditional carpeting like you see in this video with a bunch of pet hair. Though underneath the removable mats, like you can see right here, there is still a ton of impossible carpeting because generally on your entry-level Hyundai, Mazdas, Toyotas, Hondas, you're going to see that they have that impossible carpeting there pretty much across the board. And when pet hair gets on this area, it is so incredibly frustrating. Now let's talk about the tool that I'm using on the tip of my vacuum in this video. This is the For Real little attachment that comes like on a chisel attachment, and it's basically got these rubber like silicone teeth on the end of it. I believe there's this product or this tool is patented, and it was designed by my friend Tom over at Buff Bright Products. And by the way, this is not a sponsored video or anything. This is just a really fantastic product that I want you guys to know about because it has totally changed the way that I clean up pet hair. So that's the number one product I want to highlight here, the For Real little attachment that comes on the end of the vacuum that you can put on basically universally any vacuum, and they have adapters as well in case you have a vacuum that the tip does not fit just by default on. But you guys can see that as I'm vacuuming this up, it's coming up really, really easily. Silicone by nature is going to be a really, really great product to use or tool to use when you're cleaning up pet hair because it does have a tendency to grab the pet hair. But then when you have this kind of tool that is not only rubber and silicone, but it also has these little kind of jagged teeth on the end of it, it makes it really, really easy to grab the pet hair, as well as the fact that it's sucking up the pet hair at the same exact time. And so you guys can see, again, the results speak for themselves in this video. Absolutely fantastic, fantastic thing to do. Now, I want to get into something a little more secretive that maybe we don't talk a ton about because we don't talk that much about pet hair, but when you're dealing with impossible carpeting, it is difficult no matter which way you want to skin it. It's going to be difficult to get the pet hair up, even if you have the best tools and products. One thing that helps probably 80% of the time, not all of the time, but sometimes, and is absolutely worth trying, is something like a 40-60 or 60-40 or maybe 80-20, maybe 70-30 dilution of fabric softener, liquid fabric softener, and distilled water. Shake that up in a solution, spray that kind of lightly over the entire surface that has all the pet hair that's not coming up. You may want to vacuum up the majority of the pet hair before you spray the solution on to try to get up anything that's very easy to get up. And everything that's left over, particularly on the impossible carpeting, spray that solution on the carpet, let it sit for like 2 to 5 minutes, and then use a tool like this For Real product that's on the end of the vacuum or just your vacuum itself, and you can start vacuuming up that pet hair. And basically what that does is the fabric softener in many ways will kind of loosen the fibers with the impossible carpeting, which anytime you can do that when you're dealing with that kind of carpeting, it's obviously going to make your vacuum experience way easier and quicker, which is what we're really after. So definitely try to implement that. You do get a better idea over time of when that works and when that doesn't work. However, it absolutely is at least worth trying when you have a serious pet hair situation, which, by the way, guys, I'm talking about like different tools and products in this video, but for those of you who are like, okay, I'm a little overwhelmed, there's a lot of tools, a lot of products, what do I need to get started in the detailing world? I don't want to buy everything. I want to buy only what I need. I don't want to waste money. Go ahead and go below in the YouTube description box and grab my free guide to starting your auto detailing business for under $500. This guide, once again, is 100% free to you. And once again, that guide is going to be full of every single specific perfect tool and product that I suggest for you guys who are starting in the auto detailing business, so you don't have to keep wasting your time and money on things that don't work. You can learn from other people's learning curve. So go below, grab that free guide, and I think you guys are really going to enjoy it. Now, all that being said, there's a third product that I want to highlight here. Well, actually, second to last, because like you guys know in the detailing world, sometimes one thing will do it, one product will fix it, but rarely is that the case. In many ways, we have to implement different things kind of in combination with each other. And there is a product called the Lily Brush. The Lily Brush is something that is just like a handheld little silicone-edged brush, rubber-edged brush that's going to help kind of pull up the fibers or pull up the pet hair that's underneath the fibers, kind of pull it out from underneath the fibers, and makes it very easy to vacuum up, much like this product does here, the Fur Reel brush that I've been talking about. However, I do like to have both in my arsenal, and because both are so extremely affordable, I do think it makes a lot of sense to grab them. The last thing that I want to highlight is, of course, the drill brush. The drill brush, the medium stiffness drill brush, is going to absolutely change your world when it comes to carpet cleaning in general. It's something that I implement on almost 100% of carpets that I see, regardless of if there's pet hair on it or not. But in many ways, when you use the drill brush on the pet hair that's really stuck underneath the fibers, the drill brush grabs those fibers, grabs that hair, and because it's moving so quickly and so powerfully, it kind of yanks the hair out, spins it out, and it makes it very easy to vacuum up. Now, outside of pet hair, there is a second part of detailing that really pisses me off when it's super dirty, because it's just difficult to get really clean, and that is tan carpets and tan upholstery. And in this case, we're talking about tan carpets. You guys see I'm cleaning this removable floorboard here, and it's not just tan, it's particularly light tan coloring, and that is what really makes this so difficult. Now, I know I talk about a lot of different products, a lot of different tools, but what I've found to be the best product that I've used in 2020 consistently for tan carpets, and by the way, this is not sponsored once again, and I don't make any affiliate commission from this product at all. That is the Jax Wax Carpet Cleaner and Upholstery Cleaner. It comes in just a clear bottle. You can buy it in a gallon size as well, and it is absolutely a fantastic lighter colored upholstery and carpet cleaner. So you guys see I'm using the product on the left side of this tan carpet here with only my drill brush and my microfiber towel. The reason I'm doing that is because I want to show you guys the before and after of the most simplistic way to clean a car carpet like this. Nothing more than a brush, of course a powerful brush at that, my medium stiffness drill brush, and of course the cleaner and a microfiber towel. But those are the kind of results you can see here in the video that you get from even just a simplistic approach. This product, while I do, of course, love a bunch of other carpet and upholstery products as well, this one is just really good for this type of coloring. And unfortunately, in the detailing world, it's really easy to want just one single product, one single tool that you kind of consider your all-in-one. This is what I use every single time. And while, of course, I do have a standardized set of products and tools that I use most of the time, even one could say 90% of the time, there is still inevitably always that 10% of time where you say, listen, in this situation, this is the product that works the best. And because I know this product works the best, this is what I'm going to be reaching for when it comes to this particular type of situation. So when it comes to a situation like this, and I'm dealing with really light tan and really dirty, never clean car carpets, I do like to reach for this product. Now, the other thing that I'm doing here that is going to make this such a great end result is what I call resetting the car carpets. And basically, I need 4 different things for this. I need, number 1, my drill brushes and my power drill. Number 2, this particular product. Number 3, I need my pressure washer. And number 4, I need either a bunch of microfiber towels or my extractor where I can actually pull out the water. But what you guys are going to see me do is not only spray and kind of drench the carpet in this particular cleaner, but I'm also going to be using my medium stiffness drill brush to address and move around that cleaner. Then I'm going to be taking my electric pressure washer from Snow Joe, and this is going to basically push out all of the cleaner. What this does, because a lot of people say things like, well, when you extract, you're not getting everything, or you're rinsing some of it, or if you're only going to mop it up with a microfiber towel, you're not really pulling the cleaner that you just used out of the car carpet. Well, there's pretty much nothing you can say to a strategy like this other than this is going to be as clean as you can possibly get a car carpet, because you are literally pushing every bit of the cleaner, every bit of dirt that was stirred up out of the car carpet. And by the way, guys, if you like this free information and you're getting some value from this video, figuring out how to go about some of the different areas that you're going to encounter in the detailing world, then go below this video and smash the like button, because the more likes I get, the more I see that this free content is something that's actually helping you, and I know what I can start talking about and stop talking about. So guys, if you like the information, hit the like button, because it's just good feedback for me, so I know what you guys want to see. Now, some of you guys might be thinking, can I accomplish this in a quicker way, because this seems kind of time consuming? And let me just address that really fast, because it's a really great question and it's a totally reasonable thing to observe about this. Yes, this particular strategy is going to take a little bit longer than your casual, say, upholstery or carpet cleaning strategies. The reason why I like to do this is because, number one, the mats were really, really dirty. So you could make an argument right there and just say, well, when they're really, really dirty, just go ahead and address them this way. Secondly, the reason I'm doing this is because it's kind of like glass. On interior glass, I'm always, pretty much no matter how dirty it is, I'm always going to use my 50/50 IPA, or alcohol distilled water solution, because glass is so finicky in the first place just because of the nature of what it is. I would rather just go ahead and do what I know for a fact will work, and I know what kind of end result I'm going to get from it, rather than try to cut corners and go a little bit quicker and then not quite get the end result that I want. So once again, the reason and kind of my logic behind this is, number one, in this particular situation, it was obviously needed. But number two, when I'm dealing with lighter fabrics, they're so finicky as it is, and I know the nature of the beast, that in some sense, I'm just like, I'd rather just go ahead and do the thing that's going to take a little bit more time, because I'm assured of the end result that I'm going to get. Outside of that, I will qualify it with this. This particular Jack's Wax Cleaner, and by the way, I'm going to try to find it on Amazon. I'm going to try to get an affiliate link for it on Amazon, but the reason why I said I'm not an affiliate for that at all is because I think the only place to get it is their website. So I'll probably just hook up their website link below if you guys want to try this particular carpet cleaner. But I will try to find it on Amazon nonetheless, because I prefer to buy things on Amazon. I don't know about you guys, but this particular carpet cleaner is fantastic for your basic carpet cleaning strategies and process as well. What I mean by that is if you're simply going to spray, scrub, mop up, spray, steam, mop up, you're not going to introduce water, you're not going to introduce an extractor at any high level like this. This is a fantastic product to reach for nonetheless with tan carpets, because like you saw in the beginning, and the reason I did that in the beginning was to show you guys that without any extreme measures, you're still going to get fantastic results with this particular product. So that is how I like to address tan carpets and provide more or less one solution to a very difficult task that often plagues detailers in the detailing world. How do we get lighter colored carpets back to that original color? Now, guys, the last major area here, the third area that really is frustrating in the detailing world for a lot of different reasons that we're going to go over is, of course, the upholstery. And particularly what I mean is not your old school upholstery, like where you had your kind of like shag carpet in the car, where that upholstery was like traditional fabric, traditional carpeting, really easy to clean. This new upholstery is obviously cheaper for manufacturers to manufacture, and that is why, again, kind of your entry level like Hyundai, Honda, Toyota, those kind of, Kia, right? Not dissing any of those cars. I myself drive a Hyundai and my wife drives a Prius, and we love it. But those kind of less expensive cars relative to your higher end, like Audi, Mercedes, Tesla, BMW, they are going to be made with this particular type of fabric. And basically the best way to describe it is it's kind of like a little, it's probably like mesh if you looked at it under a microscope, really kind of microscopic mesh. And it's like a really thin piece of felt, almost not felt, but a thin, like stretched piece of material that's stretched and like glued over the foam interface inside of the upholstery. The reason why this becomes really difficult is for a couple reasons. Number one, it's very difficult to get out liquid stains and liquid spills, but that's actually not what I want to highlight in this video, because generally speaking, with liquid spills in this particular type of upholstery, you are going to have to use an extractor regardless. And by the way, guys, in this type of upholstery, if the spill is not super severe, something like the Bissell Pro spot cleaner, a really inexpensive, small, kind of non-professional machine, will actually give you kind of professional results, again, dealing with things that are not super extreme. But what I really want to highlight in this video is not the spills or the severe dirt that is in this kind of upholstery, but this upholstery actually gets difficult when it's not that dirty. And here's what I mean. For example, on the driver's side of this truck, obviously the driver's side upholstery is going to be a bit more dirty than the rest because the driver is the one who's always driving in there, and this is not like a kid haul or anything like that. And what happens is it's not super dirty, or there's not a bunch of obvious spills or obvious stains. There's just kind of like a brownish, yellowish, grayish, off-color hue on kind of just the general area of the seat where their butt sits and their back sits, and you don't really need to extract it, but it does need to be cleaned because it's obviously not that light gray color that's the original color of the upholstery on this car. And what ends up happening is you use your cleaner, you use your towel, you use your brushes, and basically two things happen. Either, number one, it dries and it looks like it just didn't work very well, and it almost kind of like spread it around more or less because it's not the whole seat, it's just a part of the seat that you're trying to clean. Or secondly, what ends up happening is you experience this wicking effect, and people ask, what does wicking mean? And the reason they call it wicking is actually because it's analogous to a candle. So when you light a candle, that fire, the fuel to the fire is the wax, and basically what wicking means is as the fire burns on that wick, the fire wicks up or pulls up the wax and burns the wax. That's how it works. And so the same phenomenon actually can be experienced if you fill up a glass of water and you take a dry paper towel and you just put like a quarter of the paper towel into the water glass and you just watch the paper towel. The area of the paper towel that's dry, that is not in the water, you'll see the water begin to climb up the paper towel, getting the area that is not wet or not in the water wet, okay? It's wicking up the water. That's a good visual aspect, okay? That is what ends up happening here when you clean, a lot of times, this particular type of material upholstery when you only clean a certain area. So for example, in this particular Toyota Tacoma, of course, I've got a lot of experience in the detailing world now, so there are ways to avoid this. But what ends up happening is when you're trying to clean one small spot, you clean that spot, but what you don't realize until after it dried is that the stain kind of moved in a sort of ring to this outer part of where the stain originally was, and it got this other part that was previously clean dirty. And basically what happened is you sprayed one area of the upholstery and sprayed it a pretty good amount with your cleaner, scrubbed it, then mopped it up, but the cleaner kind of broke up the stain, got the stain, kind of reactivated the stain, got it a little bit wet again, and the stain climbed outward to an area that's actually probably greater in circumference than the original stain was, if that makes sense. It grabbed onto the cloth, particularly the foam upholstery underneath the cloth. And this is particularly troublesome with upholstery that's actually not that dirty. And it's mainly due to the fact that it's made out of this kind of new, cheaper material. So while the material kind of looks good when it's new, it gets dirty and it looks really, really terrible. So the question is, how do you avoid that? What I'm doing in this video is I'm cleaning the entire upholstery. I'm not cleaning only one spot. I'm also using my really soft stiffness drill brushes. Do not use manual brushes when you are detailing upholstery. I promise you, you will experience far more wicking if you use manual brushes than you will if you use a drill brush, because the drill brush moves so quickly and so effectively and so powerfully. You're going to address the stain in a way where, I guess it's like, maybe this isn't even the right way to say it, but it's like you're not going to be moving the stain around in the same way as you would with the manual brush, because it's so effective at making sure the cleaner does its job. Like, it's moving so quickly, you're actually addressing the stain, you're not moving it outward. And that's probably a poor way to describe it. But that is how you fix this problem if you're trying to clean specific areas of the upholstery. Rather than addressing one or two specific areas, go ahead and address the whole thing. Not because if you don't, it's going to wick every time, but it will wick pretty frequently if you don't understand what you're doing. So while you're getting your grasp around how different products react in a situation like this, and by the way, I'm just using Meguiar's All-Purpose Cleaner here, and that is actually a really great product to use on the upholstery. It does, in my opinion, reduce wicking a lot more than other products do. You will notice that a lot of sudsy, really foamy products actually increase the wicking that you're going to experience, and I like Meguiar's All-Purpose Cleaner because it's a very standard cleaner. It's not going to give me a ton of suds, especially when I'm not using a ton of it. Anyway, this is how you avoid that from happening. Go ahead and address the entire part of the seat that a person sits in, meaning the back and the bottom part. When it comes to the sides, you don't have to be nearly as anal about it, but here you absolutely need to address the entire thing, assuming you're not going to be extracting because it's not super dirty. When you sit in that kind of moderate to average dirty zone with this material, you just want to go ahead and clean the entire thing. It is going to make your life easier. Guys, if you want to see any of the tools or the products that I used in this video, go below and not only grab my free guide, grab the free guide to how to start your detailing business for under $500, because that guide is going to really help you guys who are beginning, I promise. But if you want to see the specific tools and products that are also on the guide, but some of them are specific to this video, just go below in the YouTube description box. There'll be an organized list of all of the things that I used here, and you can see exactly what those are. As always, if you're not subscribed to the Wilson Auto Detailing channel, definitely hit the big red subscribe button. And before we check out the after result here, guys, thank you so much for watching. Keep working hard, and I'll see you guys in the next video.